Assalamualaikum guys, welcome to my YouTube channel Chromatography. I hope that you all are doing good and well. So today we come with another new and interesting topic of the chromatography, which is the type of the chromatography, which is the thin layer chromatography. It is also known as the TLC. So let's start. What is the TLC and what is the thin layer chromatography? So its introduction. In 1949, Hart and Hall first proposed thin layer chromatography (TLC) method by using the starch as a binder to separate the inorganic ions. Kirchner proposed the conventional ascending TLC method. It is a solid liquid technique in which two phases are there. One is the stationary phase and other one is the mobile phase. The TLC principle was first introduced by the Ismailov and Schreiber. Stahl was the first design the standard equipment for the TLC, and it is the similar to that of the paper chromatography. So let's see what is the principle of the TLC. The main principle involved in the TLC is the mobile phase flows through the stationary phase where a solid or a liquid is spotted on a solid and carries the component of the mixture which will be separated into individual analytes. The separation is based upon the migration of the analytes between the stationary and the mobile phase. The components which have more affinity towards the stationary phase elute later and which have less affinity elutes first. This is the most important thing, that having the components having more affinity will elute later, while having components less affinity elutes first. There are the mainly two types of TLC. They include the normal phase TLC where the stationary phase is polar and mobile phase is non-polar, and reverse phase in which the stationary phase is non-polar and the mobile phase is polar. The equilibrium between the mobile phase and the stationary phase depends on the following: the polarity and the size of the sample, polarity of the stationary phase molecules, and the polarity of the mobile phase. You can see here in the picture mechanism of the solvent flow through the stationary phase. Okay, the process of the TLC includes the preparation of the plates. The preparation of the TLC plates are done by the slurry of the adsorbent, for example silica gel, cellulose powder, etc., which are spread uniformly over the plate by the means of commercially available separators. Then the adsorbent layers should have the thickness of 150 to 250 micrometer. These plates dried at 80 to 90 degrees centigrade for 30 minutes in an oven. And the different methods for applying the slurry adsorbent on the plates, which include pouring. This is nothing but the direct pouring of the slurry on the plate. Spreading. In this, slurry is applied with the help of the applicator and then moved over the plate and the uniform spreadly. Dipping, which includes this method, was first proposed by the Pfeiffer, and in this method plates are dipped in the slurry. Further we have spraying. This method was first proposed by the Reitzimer. This is carried out by the spraying with the help of sprayer. And the last one is the pre-coated plates. In this method adsorbents are the pre-coated on the glass or the plastic sheets. Second process is the activation of the plates, where the plates are activated by placing the adsorbent coated plates in the oven at 52 degrees centigrade for 15 to 20 minutes. Third process is marking the plates, which includes the pencil leaving 2 to 4 centimeter from bottom. Another process is the spotting of the plates. The sample applied with the help of the micro syringe or with the help of micro capillary to get the minute sample is spotted properly. Another one is the preparing the development tank. The plates of the TLC are generally developed by the ascending technique, where the plates are placed in the developing solvent. This is the mobile phase, and the tank is saturated with the solvent vapors. Solvents, which are the mobile phase. The selection of the solvent system is mainly based on the polarity and the nature of the sample to be analyzed. Generally, the solvents used in the TLC are the very polar solvents, include the methanol, ethanol, isopropanol, and moderately polar solvents includes acetonitrile, ethyl acetate, chloroform diethyl ether. Non-polar solvents include cyclohexane, petroleum ether hexane, pentane, and the solvent depends on the nature of the sample, nature of the stationary phase, mode of the chromatography, and the mode of the separation. Okay, now we see the developmental techniques includes one-dimensional development, which is vertical. It is a conventional method and solvent flows against the gravity because of the capillary action. Horizontal TLC, plate is kept in a horizontal manner. Spotting is done in the middle of the plate and the mobile phase is added slowly through the slides. Another one is the descending TLC. Flow of the solvent is assisted by the gravity and hence the development is faster. Another one is the multiple development TLC, which is the similar to the vertical, but after applying once the plate is dried and then again kept in a same mobile phase in the same direction. Another one is the stepwise TLC. Plate size is bigger, 3 centimeter plate usually done when development distance is long. Now we will see what are the advantages of the TLC of the other techniques. It is a simple equipment compared to the other method. Sample preparation is simple, mobile phase required is less time consuming. There is a wide choice of selection when compared to the other methods. Detected easily by using different methods. Low cost, reliability is high sensitivity, high resolution, and inert stationary phase. But also when there are some advantages of some techniques, then there's also disadvantages occurs, which includes our large spots formation, uneven migration of the solvent front. Some spots are appeared as streaked spots. At the end, we will see what are the application of the TLC, which includes used in the determination of the impurities from which the purity of the compound are determined, used in the identification of the stramonium leaves, fixed oils, steroids, phenothiazines, used in the determination of the analgesics, biologically active substances, preservatives, oxidants, pesticides, inorganic ions, reaction rates, amino acids, and used in the ink analysis. So guys, I hope that you completely understand that TLC, thin layer chromatography. So if you understand it, then go and like my video, subscribe my channel, and wait for another interesting topic of the chromatography, which is another type of the chromatography. So Allah Hafiz.